And welcome back to part 3 of Let's Play with Zarch Source Code. In part 1 we 32-bit it. In part 2 we partially separated the game speed from the screen refresh rate. So I'm going to carry on doing that now. So there was a couple of issues we encountered on the previous video. And that was that if I moved these two routines outside of the game loop, then we saw screen corruption. Well, the landscape was corrupt rather. So if we watch what happens. So you see that building flickered when that ship went past, so I wonder whether it's something to do with the ship plot routine. I don't recall seeing a separate ship plot routine, so I wonder whether that routine, which updates the alien ships, is actually in the plot as well. In which case we need to split that off, so that we're doing this plot separate to the update. Another thing I've just noticed here, and that is that if no timers occur between frames, then we need to skip all this and not do anything. So I need to change this actually, because that's wrong. That should be going to the end of the loop. In fact, we could just change that to go to T loop. Right, so if nothing has occurred from the previous frame, then that will just loop back around. Now we can test that. If we get rid of the vsync wait, we shouldn't actually need a vsync wait now. The vsync wait now is only making the screen switch occur at vsync. But if we get rid of it, it should, in theory, run at the same speed. Just it won't swap screens at the right point, so that's what that does. Right, so there you go. It's running at the right speed. Well, ignore the radar for the minute. That's an issue we need to look at. There's another issue is that the speed of the autopilot is wrong. That needs slowing down. The fuel rate is slow. It's going down too quick. What else is there? Oh, I spotted a problem with the inertia. So if I run that again, if I go up, it doesn't slow down correctly. In fact, that might be a quick one to fix. Let's have a look at that, because I think that was up here somewhere in inertia. One of these. That one. Let's try altering that. That's better. Like, I'm not quite sure why that's divided by 2 compared to what it should be, but we'll ignore it for the minute. We'll leave it on our. This is our list of issues to look into. So the clash velocity, we botched that. The inertia we just botched. So right, we need to look in this landscape plotting. I didn't mark what that was. Do player. Do player. Right, let's make a note of that point in the code. Right, so we need to have a look at this do active, because I suspect that is plotting the ships as well. Oh, there you go, move and draw beasts. Right, so we need to separate off the drawing from the moving. Right, so where's the bit that's doing the plotting? Oh, I think from when we looked at it last time, the routine had dedicated routines, and they I think they're doing the plotting, and that could be a bit annoying. Where's that? No, that's the list. Where's the routines? We need the tactic routines. They were near the bottom somewhere, I seem to recall. what was the name of that routine that was setting them? It was a bit closer set in that one, I think. Yeah. Right, so seed tac O. Is there any O ones? No, so we search for tac O. Advanced. Dot start tac O. Right, so these are our routines. Right, where's the plot? Somewhere here it will plot it. We might to look into that as well. Put it in the background for a minute. I'll come back to that. I can't see anywhere it's doing the plot. It's here somewhere. Maybe it's not in the tactics. Maybe it is back in that. What does that do? Landscape FN. Does it do a lot? Oh, that's the landscape function. Don't need to worry about that. Back to here. Hit check. Plot. Plot shape. Okay. Right. Simplest thing to do then is probably just to load our delta time, and if it's not 1, i.e. the last loop of the update routine, then don't plot. So let's do that. Let's do what can we corrupt at? R14, I guess. LDR R14 RZP, comma delta time. If it's not equal to 1, so if it's equal to 1, then plot the shape. Right, let's see what difference that makes. Right, so we look at to see if the landscape gets corrupted and the ships come near. No, I think that might have fixed it. The reason the sound isn't appearing, I suspect is because it's far off the sounds too quick. We can ignore that for the minute. Well, how about that? We start altering the game speed. It's probably filling up sound buffer, I guess. Right, okay, so that's fixed the landscape plotting. So all we're doing now then is updating the player, updating these ships, updating the particles, and while that's done, and updating the target that the ships are going for, and then we're looping round until the next frame. Sorry, until we've caught up with time. Right. So next thing to look at. So let's just have a look at these. Let's have a look at particles. Right, yeah, the particles are way too quick, so we need to slow them down. So let's have a look at the particle routine. That one. Let's find out why they're moving too quick. Oh, it's gravity. It looks like there's a gravity table. That's updating the velocity. So we need the velocities of the particles to be a quarter of the speed. Okay, so where are the particles generated? That table there. So let's see. Let's just mark this routine, because we're probably have to come back to this. Right, let's have a look, see where that is used. It's used there, and it's used there. Okay, that's initialize a particle. Add particle, perhaps? Set particle, smoke particle, random particle. Right, so these are jumping around to various routines that obviously add particles. So let's just have a look, see if our fire is too quick as well. Yes. Right, okay. So we just need to alter the particle speed. So probably the simplest way of doing that is to alter the final step that stores it. So where is random particle? Let's see what that's doing. That goes to that goes through to here. And then it stores it there, I guess. So what's the... probably 0 to 3 again, does it say somewhere? Yeah, I do remember reading that somewhere. Where are we? Back to this bit again. Let's just make it that. It's the routine that's setting it. There we go. Right, 0, 1, so the first 3 are the position, the next 3 are the velocity. So let's try altering 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just bodge it for a minute. Move R4, R4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to add 2. This way 3. In fact, we probably should use ASR because I'm not sure if they're signed. Right, not sure what effect this is going to have. Oh, what have I done wrong? Oh, typo. Okay, so what this does. Well, that's done something. They're not living as long, so they need to live. It looks like it slowed down the velocity, but they're not lasting long enough. So how long do they? Oh, it's setting there for time. R9 is the time. So if we multiply R9 up by 2, let's try it. Move R9, R9, comma LCL hash 2. Let's see what difference that makes. That's made it worse. That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Oh, it's going the opposite way, isn't it? Oh, shift, so we need to shift it down by 2. That might make things run at 0. So what we might need to do is alter the code. Yeah, so they're ending up at 0, so we don't want that. Right, let's undo that. So what we need to do is the code that actually updates the particles needs to alter the velocity at that point. So let's delete that. Right, so where's a bit that moves the particles? Here we go, here. So we need to do that on these, so that they're now running at 100 hertz. Where's the time? Right, it's oh, that's annoying. Time subtracted by 1. So we need to alter the time back at where it was generated. Where was that? That was here somewhere. Okay, where? Oh, the time is. That's interesting. Time is based on a fixed value. Okay, what we're going to do here, we need to make that 4 times longer. Add R6, oh, hang on, what's R6 is, oh right, so it's adding a random value to it. Oh, it's random velocity as well, oh okay, alright, so R8 and R9 we need to alter, restart, and we need to alter R6 on entry. R6 on entry is the time to live. So we're going to have to alter the generation code, and R0 is probably some random value. Well, let's have a look at a routine that calls this. So it's all these particle routines, isn't it? It's so anything that calls. Let's close some of these windows down. So anything that calls that, well, it's only that one. So it's anything that calls these random particle routines, or add particle. So add particle. Is there any more? Oh, delete particle. Don't worry about that. Flash particle. What does that do? That ends up going where? That goes. That then deletes the particle. Flash goes. So that adds a number of particles, and then for some reason goes into delete. Not quite sure why it's doing that. Compact the list, perhaps. Okay. So we're looking for that, and we're looking for these 3 routines. Right, so there's quite a few. And we need to increase R0, R6. In fact, we probably could just tell you what. Let's just see if we can get away with doing it here. Move R6. We need to multiply up by 2. Sorry, 4. Not sure. Actually, that's got to be a positive value. Velocities may not be. So we might have negative particles, I guess. We need to move R0 needs to shift up as well. That might be good enough. Let's see what that does. That's better. Right, what about bullet speed? Right, bullet speed is correct, but also if we're firing too quick, we'll ignore that. And we'll trigger particles. Okay, right, I think that's okay. I think we can get away with that. So let's just comment that.